It all started like any normal day on the internet. Until it didn't. Nobody really expected anything major that day. Just clips, reposts, a few tweets here and there. But then, out of nowhere, Claressa Shields goes live. And when I say live, I don't mean calm or casual. I mean the kind of live where you can feel something is already boiling before she even says a word. At first, she's just talking, trying to explain herself. But her tone is different. You can tell something got under her skin. She's not smiling. She's not laughing things off. She's locked in. And people in the comments immediately notice it too. Then she says it. Keep my name out your mouth. Just like that. The whole internet pauses because now it's not just vague drama anymore. Now it feels direct, personal. Within minutes, the clip is everywhere. People start screen recording, reposting, breaking it down like it's a court case. And the name Remy Ma starts getting pulled into everything again, whether she even said anything or not. And that's where things get messy. Because online, once a narrative starts, it doesn't matter what's confirmed and what isn't. People start filling in the gaps themselves. One person says she shaded her. Another says it was a misunderstanding. Someone else says it's been building for weeks behind the scenes. And Claressa, she's still live, still talking, still clearly emotional. But what people don't realize yet is that this isn't just about one comment or one live video. This feels like something that's been stacking for a while, because when you look back, there have been moments, small ones, subtle ones, posts that people called subliminals, interviews where people felt like shots were being fired without names being mentioned, reposts that fans dissected like clues in a mystery, and every time the internet made it bigger. But this time, this one hit differently. Because when Claressa finally spoke up, it wasn't filtered, it wasn't indirect, it wasn't a caption or a quote tweet, it was live, in real time, with emotion behind every sentence. And that's what made people lean in closer instead of scrolling past. But as the clip keeps circulating, something else starts happening too. The reactions split fast. On one side, people are fully backing Claressa. They're saying she has every right to speak up if she feels disrespected. They're calling it confidence, strength, standing her ground. But on the other side, people are saying this is unnecessary, that things are being taken too far. That social media is turning everything into a feud, even when it doesn't need to be one. And in the middle of all that noise, the situation starts growing beyond what the live itself actually was. Because now it's not just about what was said on camera anymore. It's about history. It's about personalities. It's about assumptions people already had in their minds. And once that happens, things stop being simple. Later that night, the live ends, but the internet doesn't. Clips are still spreading. Reaction videos start popping up. People are zooming into facial expressions, replaying the same 10 seconds over and over, like there's a hidden message in it. And slowly, the conversation shifts from what happened to why is this happening? And that question opens a whole new door. By the next day, the situation doesn't calm down at all. In fact, it spreads even more. What started as one live video is now everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. It feels like the same clip is chasing people no matter where they scroll. And every time someone watches it, they take away something slightly different from it. Some people say Claressa was just expressing herself after feeling disrespected. Others say she didn't need to take it to social media like that. And then there are people in the middle who just don't even know what to believe anymore because the story keeps changing depending on who is talking. But what really makes things messy is how fast people start building their own version of events. Old posts suddenly get dragged back into the conversation. Things that nobody cared about a week ago are now being treated like clues. A repost, a caption, even a facial expression in an old interview, everything starts getting reinterpreted. And that's when the narrative starts slipping out of control. Because now it's not just about what happened in the live anymore. It's about what people think led to it. Everyone is trying to connect dots, even when they're not sure those dots are actually connected. Meanwhile, Reaction videos start flooding the internet. Some creators break down the live second by second, replaying small moments, zooming in on tone, trying to explain what Claressa really meant. Others are more casual, just reacting to the drama and adding their own opinions on top of it. And that's how the situation keeps growing, not from new events, but from new interpretations. The original clip doesn't even need to change. People keep adding layers to it themselves. What's interesting is how quickly the focus shifts from the actual words spoken in the live to the emotions behind it. People start debating intent more than content. Was she angry? Was she hurt? Was it planned? Was it impulsive? And everyone has a different answer. At the same time, Remy Ma's name keeps getting pulled into the discussion again and again, even without any new response from her side. That alone keeps the conversation alive because people start filling in the silence with assumptions. And that's the thing about social media situations like this. Silence doesn't end the story. Sometimes it extends it. Because when there's no clear follow-up, people create their own explanations. And those explanations start spreading like facts. By midday, the situation isn't just a trending moment anymore. It's a full debate online. One side defends Claressa, saying she had every right to speak up if she felt disrespected. The other side says things escalated unnecessarily and could have been handled privately. And then there are people just watching everything unfold like it's a live series they didn't expect, but can't stop following. And in the middle of all this, the original live video is still being reposted everywhere, but now it's slightly different depending on where you see it. Some clips are edited for drama, some cut for context, and some are slowed down to highlight certain expressions or lines. So even the same moment starts feeling different depending on which version you watch. That's when it becomes clear that this isn't just about one live anymore. It's about how quickly the internet takes a moment, stretches it, replays it, and reshapes it until it becomes something much bigger than what it originally was. And as the reactions keep coming in, one thing is obvious. This story is still very much alive, even if the original moment already passed. By the third phase of this situation, the conversation has completely evolved. Now, it's not just about the live anymore. It's about everything people think they've seen leading up to it. Old posts are being dug up. Old interviews are being rewatched. Even unrelated moments are suddenly being linked together like puzzle pieces. And this is where things get tricky. Because when the internet starts building a full story out of fragments, the line between fact and assumption gets very thin. Some people start saying Claressa was reacting to long-term disrespect. Others say she's just caught in online drama that got out of control. Others say it's being exaggerated entirely, and all of it is happening at the same time. At this point, even neutral viewers are confused because every timeline they see tells a slightly different version of events. And Claressa, from her side, is now at the center of something much bigger than a single live video. Because whether she intended it or not, she's now part of a viral narrative that keeps growing on its own. And that's the reality of social media today. One moment can turn into a full storyline in hours. A reaction can turn into a headline, and a headline can turn into something people argue about for days. The most interesting part is that after all of this noise, the original moment still stays the same at its core: a live video. A strong emotional response, and a sentence that caught everyone's attention. Keep my name out your mouth. Everything after that, that's the internet doing what it does best: building, analyzing, exaggerating, and debating until there's almost no space left for silence. And as the clips keep circulating and the comments keep growing, one thing becomes clear. This story is no longer just about what was said. It's about how fast the internet can take a moment and turn it into a full-blown event that nobody fully controls anymore. And just like that, the conversation moves on, but the clip stays.